Hey, Becky. We're going to wait for a few more people to come in, and this will be a discussion, so interact with me, y'all. I am so sorry for being late on here. I ordered food this morning from a vegan restaurant here. My neighbor, she treated us to the waterfall yesterday. She took us to the waterfall. It was absolutely amazing. And then she treated us to dinner. And when I say that food was good, I ordered some today. And he makes it fresh. But I ordered delivery service, and 2 hours, y'all. 2 freaking hours. I've been waiting on my food. So that was the delay. I wanted to make sure my phone was clear. Hey, everybody. Thanks for the hearts. Thanks for the hearts. We talking blood pressure today. Something that our community, the people in our community suffer from greatly for many reasons. But the number one reason is because we have listened to people that we should not. All right. Fred, you will be able to come back and watch it because I'm gonna post it. Okay, you do. Everybody needs this. I will still wait a little bit, but yeah, we're gonna talk tea and the tea that I use to help keep my blood pressure under control, as well as different methods: stress coping, stop smoking, not smoking, limiting or eliminating drinking, because you know, hey, we be liking to drink sometimes. Which herbs are good for high blood pressure and what they do. You're welcome. You're welcome. And what they do. The herbs that we can use right out of the cabinet. I actually, in my rush, didn't pull out some of them that I use. So, the weather for today in Belize, I believe it was warmer. It was cooler today than it was yesterday. Yesterday, I don't think anybody went to work yesterday. The guys, it was like in the 90s. It was hot. Today, it feels like low 80s, but it's not a lot of humidity. So, today was a nice day. I was able to walk to the market early this morning. I actually thought it was going to rain today, but it didn't. But yesterday was a hot one, y'all. This was a hot one. Hey, Babette. Hey, cousin. Okay, so we got enough people. Y'all know I announced it and everything. We will be announcing the winner of the all-sale salt. This one is mine. I'm almost out of this one, but I did bring enough down here for me for several months. But the winner, you will get your all-sale salt. I'll order it. It's already past 5 o'clock. I'll order it tonight. They'll ship it out tomorrow, and you should get it. Tomorrow is Wednesday. You should get it Thursday or Friday. The winner of the giveaway. I appreciate everybody for entering. Who entered? And yeah, so if anybody wants to come on camera, I just ask, and I think let me hit this to see if I can. Yeah, I would be able to bring the request on. So if anybody wants to come on camera to ask a question or to have a discussion, you can't hear me. Oh, tell them to stop calling you then. So you can hear. Log out and then log back in. I think that's how you fix that problem. So we're going to talk about blood pressure and how high blood pressure is one of the silent killer, because it leads to stroke, which is a silent killer as well, because it comes out of nowhere. Please excuse this live, because it's like my first live that I'm doing for the group, and I am a little bit nervous. So forgive that, but I'm going to continue. Even if our viewers go down or no viewers at all, I will still talk about this so that it can be posted and you can come back and view it later, because this is very important, y'all. That we all know somebody that has high blood pressure, which is, let me get on the camera right, which is actually it's abnormally high blood pressure. The normal blood pressure nowadays, what they consider normal blood pressure, is 120/80. 10 years ago, it was 140/90. So they're study lowering it. 10 years before that, it was even higher than that, where the normal was. But they're lowering what the normal blood pressure is, and it's causing people to fall under the hypertensive or pre-hypertensive categories, and then that gives the doctor a reason to suggest blood pressure medication. 120/80 is, I don't think anybody is getting that. that's kind of low. You really have to be calm to have a blood pressure that low. And we live in a society where you stressed out all the time, so stress causes the blood pressure to elevate. We have trauma in us. People watch TV, and that is creating a sense of fear, a sense of, it's traumatizing to watch television, especially for us. So we need to get this under control. We need to cut that television off. We need to take control of what we eat, what we put in our bodies, what we drink, who we are around, even our jobs. We need to take control of that, because they be taking advantage of them jobs. They really take advantage of people, and what they feel like that the people need the job opposed to the job needing the people. They mess with that, y'all. Start your own business. Start your own business. Say screw them. But I'm going to just read off a few facts, and then we'll get into it. So of the 108 million adults in the U.S., roughly 52 million have high blood pressure. 90% of the 52 million are classified as primary, essential, idiopathic, with no single known cause. So that's what they're classifying it under, that they just don't know why. But we really do know why. They actually know why. But them knowing why will mean they need to correct the why. Them saying that they don't know why, it's just, let me give you some pills then, because we really can't find the reason why. The causes of them, the whys, are restricted blood flow. That is one of the main causes, poor circulation. And poor circulation happens for many, many reasons. Smoking causes poor circulation. Lack of exercise, poor circulation. Diet can cause poor circulation. And high levels of alcohol, poor circulation. Caffeine intake, poor circulation. Obesity, poor circulation. So with that poor circulation and the high levels of alcohol, that can cause the kidney disease. Hormonal issues also are a reason for high blood pressure. Hormonal imbalance is something that the doctors won't even touch, because their money makers are us women. Because the men hardly go to the doctor. We have to for the most part, make a lot of our men go to the doctors. So we are the doctors' money makers. And female problems, yeah, they're getting paid off of the female problems. I knew a long time ago that I had a hormonal imbalance when I had recurring rupture cysts and endometriosis. And I used to get pissed because I knew I had a hormonal imbalance, but I did not know what hormone was out of balance in me. Hormonal imbalance causes a lot of issues, and it is directly related to the thyroid. Something else that the doctors won't tell you. Thyroid, fibroids, that's the female is together. But they're making money off of their I don't knows. Practicing. Oral contraceptives actually can cause high blood pressure, pregnancy as well. Quite a few women who have carried babies know that they get high blood pressure towards the end. So those are some of the reasons why, the causes of the high blood pressure. So let's get back to that poor circulation, because that's what the issue is for the majority of us. Thank you. Did you talk anything?
He said next time we can just bring it.
Oh, I wish I would have known that. Y'all got to see this food. I know it's been a couple of hours, but it's tofu. He makes fresh tofu. I'm just interrupted because this is part of the diet and us, you know, starting to eat right. Shay, let me see that tofu so I can just show them. Shay. Come on, Shay. So, he made this tofu this morning for me. Fresh tofu. And the texture when he cooked it, it looks like chicken. He has to make it look like chicken. We had curry tofu yesterday, and then I ordered the barbecue tofu today. We're gonna get back to the discussion. I just need for y'all to see this. This is tofu, y'all. Tofu. And different grains and vegetables that he cut up for the rice. This one is the barbecue one. It smells good. And this one is the curry one. His name is Gomer. His name is Gomer. Gomer made that for us. Alrighty. So let's get back. So poor circulation, you guys. If blood doesn't flow properly, it cannot adequately deliver oxygen throughout the body to the organs. Our veins need to be open, so that poor circulation is closing. It's closing up the veins so that the oxygen can't flow through the body and get to the other organs. That's the heart's purpose, is to pump that blood. But if the veins are constricted, it won't be able to do that. And that oxygen deprivation really causes death to the organ. Yeah, yummy. Yummy. Really starts to cause a breakdown to the other organs. And that's where you get the where it talks about in the different books that I was doing the research and the knowledge that I already had. The kidneys get affected because the oxygen isn't getting to the kidneys. The liver end up getting affected. It's like a domino effect. Everything starts with digestion, and then once one thing goes bad, you know, and it's not taken care of, it's not corrected or reversed, the next organ is affected. If that is not corrected or reversed, okay, you got something else going on. And the thing that the doctors, the physicians do is give medication, which causes side effects, has side effects. It's a never-ending cycle with this. You have people that have been on high blood pressure medication for 40 years. And about that 45th, maybe even sooner now, because of the way that the food has no nutrition. Maybe about the 45th year, their kidneys finally give out, because that underlying, that root cause of the problem has not been addressed at all. Remember the unknown, the primary essential unknown cause for the blood pressure has not been addressed, which is most likely the poor circulation. The doctors will tell you stop smoking, change your diet, drink more water, exercise, but they're not pushing that. This will kill you, this will kill you, this will kill you, and you can change those things. Can you put that in the refrigerator, please? Put it in the refrigerator. You can change those things with herbs. The Most High's first medicine, Most High's first food for us. The herbs will actually speak to you once you get to cleaning yourself out. But there are herbs specifically for blood pressure And they also have other uses. One of them is garlic. We've been talking about garlic. That was one of the first things that the group started out with, was garlic, because garlic is so important. It has so many different benefits. Hawthorn. If you cut open a hawthorn berry, it looks just like a heart. That's like, duh. Yarrow. Valerian. Valerian is actually a relaxant. Valerian is an herb where that's the base of, I just lost my train of thought when that door closed.
Valerian is the base of.
It's a V. It's a relaxant. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If y'all don't, it's gonna come back to me in 5 minutes. Watch. Valium. Not even 5 minutes, it came back. That's what they use. It's the base of Valium. But it's valerian. It's a relaxant. Golden bow. Blessed thistle. Blessed thistle is actually an oxygenator for the entire body. Olive leaf. Man, olive leaf, let me just tell y'all about olive leaf right now. I'm going to read olive leaf, what olive leaf does. You're welcome. Olive leaf is that stuff. So olive leaf defeats harmful microorganisms. It's an antibiotic. It's used for viruses and bacteria and many types of fungal parasite problems. It's used for energy. It repairs the heart and circulatory problems. It normalizes blood pressure. It reverses cold and the flu. It is used for fatigue and muscle soreness. It strengthens the immune system scavenging ability. That is olive leaf. And if you guys, I do have it in stock from Pure Herbs. I'm trying to get those so you guys can see what that light is kind of bright. But I do have it in the liquid extract. I have clients that have taken this and their skin actually cleared up. That is available for $47. Yes, it is. It is used in a lot of Moroccan. You see how Moroccan people, I don't even know how Moroccan people, or the people over in Africa, that region of Africa, their skin is beautiful. You're welcome. Yeah, the turmeric is part of, I do use turmeric in the tea. We haven't gotten to what I use in my tea that I make daily and drink daily, just about daily. So, the olive leaf in liquid extract form is renowned for defeating harmful microorganisms. As an antibiotic, it proceeds with equal ability against viruses, bacteria, and many types of fungal parasite problems. The olive leaf possesses the ability to disrupt the virus when it tries to reproduce and stops it in its tracks. Users also report other problems and normalized blood pressure. Oh, I just skipped over other categories of improvement, including increased energy with repair of heart and circulatory problems and normalized blood pressure. Freedom from reoccurrence of colds and flu with the fatigue and muscle soreness demonstrate olive leaf's role in strengthening the immune system scavenging ability. So that is olive leaf, and I do have this available. It is $47. That includes the shipping. So just hit me up if you would like some olive leaf extract. So those are some of the herbs, and there are many, many herbs, you guys, that we can use for our high blood pressure. For my high blood pressure tea, I usually use bay leaf because bay leaf has anti-inflammatory properties. It is high in vitamin C, vitamin A, and it has folic acid in it. Yeah, you better get a pen and paper. We're about to go through what I use in my tea, you guys. So if you have a pen and paper, or you can just watch this again. This has helped me a lot. For more than just my blood pressure, for other things. When I was getting migraines, it was helping with clearing those migraines, and I'll tell you why with the ingredients that I use. So grab those pen and papers. So bay leaf, and that was one that I didn't pull out. I thought I had it out here last night. But bay leaf, And these dogs are going crazy. Let's see if I should close the door. Are the dogs bothering you guys? Whoever is watching it, are the dogs bothering you? If they are, then I'll have to close a couple of doors. All right, we're gonna continue then. Bay leaf is an anti-inflammatory. It is high in vitamin C and vitamin A, and it provides folic acid. Hawthorn. Hawthorn is a heart regulator. These right here are smaller hawthorn berries. I've had the bigger ones where I cut them in half, chop them up, but you can literally, okay, thank you. You can literally see how it's shaped like a heart. And you know that the fruit and vegetables, they will tell us what they are for, literally with vision. If we can't hear it, we can see what they're for because they look just like the organ that they've been put here to help. Cayenne pepper. I do use cayenne pepper in my tea, and it makes it absolutely delicious. Nice and spicy. But I use the cayenne pepper because cayenne pepper is an oxygenator. It actually opens up the blood vessels. This is something that you should keep in your kitchen. Actually, if you can get like the little baggies and put some, keep one in your car, keep one in your purse, because cayenne will actually stop a heart attack. You can use fresh bay leaves, but the fresh bay leaves are bitter. Once they've dried, that bitterness to it goes away, but the properties are still there. So that's why it is used more popular dried in cooking, and for me it doesn't have that really bitter flavor when I use it in my teas. But this cayenne, again, it will stop a heart attack. It will stop a heart attack. Keep some on you. Learn the signs of heart attack, because I was talking to my neighbor and she was letting me know, I was asking her what was happening like the days and the hours before her father had a stroke, and the signs were there. The signs of stroke were there. And he had a massive stroke. He's coming back, y'all. He's coming back, but massive stroke. This could have opened up those constricted blood vessels, because that's what this does. It opens it right up. It does a lot. This is, I'll read about it a little bit later. Chase tree berry. I do have chase tree berry, but I use chase tree berry as an adaptogen. It actually is a hormone regulator, and I know that my hormones are out of balance. When you cook with herbs, it can lessen the healing properties depending on the temperature that you cook them in. You need some heat to extract the properties, but if you put too much heat on it, that's why you never boil the water with the herb in it. You're supposed to turn the water off and then let it steep to let the water pull the properties out. You can cook with it. He said cayenne check. But chase tree berry is an adaptogen for female hormone issues. So if whatever hormone is out of balance, it will check it and put it back in balance. Whether it is too low of the hormone that you're missing, or that is off, or too high of it, it balances it out. And y'all see I'm balanced. I ain't cussing people out, even though some people be needing to balance. Comfrey. I love comfrey. Comfrey is a healer. Comfrey is a miracle herb. I love it. I use it. I use a lot of it actually in my salve, in my miracle ointment, because it's a healer. It is a healer. When I talk about it in depth, I'll let you guys know. But I also use hyssop, and I don't have the comfrey out here because of everything that happened, and it's over there. Everything that happened, but it's over there. But I do have it. I love it. Hyssop. I use hyssop for so many different things. I use it in my spiritual baths. I use it in my herbal incense to burn with. It smells so good with frankincense and myrrh. I use hyssop with that. But I also use hyssop in my tea because hyssop opens up and clears all hollow organs. So all your organs are basically hollow, but it cleans the blood. It from the head to the toe. You can actually feel this opening up your passages and clearing out the mucus. It pushes it right out. I love hyssop. I love it. Elderberry. Elderberry is something that I use only occasionally in my tea, but if I think about it, I'll toss some elderberry in there, especially during, well, when I was in the States with the cold and flu. And, well, it ain't no cold and flu. Y'all, what happened to the cold and flu? What happened to the cold and flu? Everything is COVID now. Elderberry, y'all. Add that elderberry in your daily tea. I'm going to tell you in a minute, how I put it together. And daily doses, I make enough for me to be able to drink the tea throughout the day so that it is going in my body and it's cleaning and regulating all day long. I drink at least 3 cups a day of my tea so that I have no issues. It's on a constant cleaning out, because I know that I have done myself a lot of damage and it's going to take a while. Excuse me, it's going to take a while for my system to be completely clear. But y'all see the impurities. So I've only been going less than 2 months. Less than 2 months. Look at my skin. I have a natural glow now. It is. I don't have on any type of oil. I haven't pulled out my shea butter or anything, but this glow, I'm like, yes, to the melanin, yes. My color came back, y'all. I was so pale in the States, just pale and ugh. It was like winter all the time, but y'all, the glow. But ginger is also spicy. It's a heat, but what it does is it's a healer. It is for stomach issues. It's for those that have stomach issues. It is for you, but it adds flavor to the tea. I love it, and I'll read more about that one. Turmeric. Y'all, this right here is, I call it a miracle herb because because this can be used for so many things. Internally, you can use it. You can use it externally as well for your skin. But this, is not enough time to go over everything that's in it. And turmeric, I'm gonna let y'all know, I do take that. I was taking that in capsule form from doTERRA, which I am a doTERRA representative. But I want you to just show y'all what it looks like from doTERRA. Let's see if I can. It's a capsule, but it has the oil on one side and the herb on the other. Did you see that? So it has the essential oil on one side and the actual herb on the other. I love these. But since I have been, I'm getting it together. I am getting it together, y'all. But I do have these available. doTERRA has them available to order. I can't even think of the price of it, but if anybody is interested in that, I will let you know. But they're good for you. I don't need to even take these now because I drink so much of it in my tea. Alrighty, let's get back to black pepper. So black pepper is used and I put it in whole. I just take I'll show you how much, but I put my black pepper in the whole kernel. You can grind it if you want, but what the black pepper does with the turmeric, it activates the turmeric. If you don't have the black pepper, the cayenne pepper will do that too. It needs that heat. It does something to it that really activates it. Alrighty. So, reishi mushrooms. That's one that's new to me. I ordered it before I left because I found out about the qualities of the reishi mushroom, which is a lot. So before I left, I started adding it in the tea, and it doesn't make it taste good or bad, but the benefits, I'll tell you in just a few minutes. Rosemary I add in, and I used to just pick it. This is the dried rosemary because mine that I'm growing out on the veranda is not mature enough to start picking. But you can add the dried, well, most of these are dried, but the rosemary is actually an oxygenator. So you need that. The oxygen is carried through the blood, so it helps with that oxygen. Hibiscus. I like hibiscus. I really do. Hibiscus corrects heart and circulatory issues. That's what hibiscus is for. I add mint for flavor. There are other properties that mint has. Mint is actually an oxygenator as well, but flavor, because some of the stuff is bitter, and especially the dong quai or angelica root. This is what Chinese angelica root. It's really pretty. Y'all can't see how it is, but I chop it up. And sometimes I even powder it all. And this right here, dong quai. What did I put? The angelica. That is a regulator as well. It does a lot of things, but that is a regulator as well. And then I also add the Irish root. I do the gravel root as well. This one is a blood purifier and gland stimulator, and the gravel root breaks up congestion throughout the body. So in the blood, if there are any clots, and it does it gently, it pushes it out. If there are any clots, any debris in the blood, it pushes it right on out. So does anybody have any questions so far before we go into the detail of the ingredients? Any questions so far? Anybody need to come on camera? Okay, so I'm going to tell you guys the books that, and again, hypertension, dealing with the circulatory system, it's a lot. There are many herbs. There is a lot of information out there. The main books that I use were one of my nursing books, The Human Body. I had to go back and remember some stuff. Working with the Root. This is a very good book, y'all. Very good book. I do recommend this book for all of you guys to get and taking control of your health. Go ahead, Babette. You want to get on camera or you just want to type it out? Here, let me just add you in. So, here is what I'm going to say about replacing. I personally, y'all know I am a nurse. So just to clear that up, I am a nurse. I am also an herbalist. So, you know, the advice that they give, I am not a medical professional. I am a medical professional. I am not recommending, so I do have to be very careful at some of the things that I say. Some of the other things, I just don't care. I'm so over it because I've seen it from the inside. I'm so over it. But I don't want, I know people can be people, y'all. Our people. So I will say, we have to take control of our health. And your body will let you know when you need to stop with your mind. You will know when you need to stop with the medication. Those blood thinners are dangerous, are very dangerous. They're very dangerous. I'm just gonna say that. But we will know. I knew that I had to stop taking my blood pressure. Ben knew that I had to stop taking it. So I stopped taking it, and months later went to the doctor. This was just last year. This time I just stopped my blood pressure. I was over it. The swelling in my legs wouldn't go down. My blood pressure was still high, very high. Even with taking, I think I was on like 4 or 5 different medications, and I was starting to gradually just take myself off. I was over it. The migraines and stuff, I'm not getting migraines like this, and my blood is supposed to be thinning out. So I stopped. My blood pressure went down. The swelling in my legs went down when I stopped on all the medication. When I went to see the doctor, my blood pressure was like 119 over like 80. It was really good. And she was like, oh, the blood pressure medication is finally working, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm looking at her like, stop taking the medication months ago, you know? And I'm like, you know, when the swelling in my feet and in my legs, it went down, and she's like, oh yeah, the hydrochlorothiazide that does that, it causes, nope, the Norvasc does that, the amidopaline does that, it causes lower extremity edema. I'm like, what? Why would you put me on that if you know that it causes that? Oh, that's why I gave you the water pill. Why would you? The water pill is messing my kidneys up, though. And then she immediately went to, I can give you something different that doesn't cause that. Well, ma'am, why didn't you do that in the first place? No, I'm good. I'm good because my blood pressure is, I'm doing my herbs. And I was able to purchase my herbs just from listening to Spirit. I was hearing what to get. Y'all should have seen me last year, at the very beginning of the year. I'm getting downloads after just ban stuff. My mama was like, what is you doing all these deliveries? Literally, my spirit was telling me what to get for me. And the herbs were not only talking to me, but the people that I was helping. I was able to listen to the herbs as to what they needed as well. Still able to do that. But, yeah, I was pissed about that. So I knew that I needed to stop taking those medications, and you will be able to do that too. Once you step out of that fear of, oh, what's going to happen with my blood, or what's going to happen with, you got to take control of yourself. You're going to go through some rough times because you got to reverse. You got to take all that stuff back. All that damage back. You got to go through before you get out on the other side. You're going to feel like crap, but on that other side, you're going to feel good. You're going to feel real, real good. So, but that gravel root, I'm going to tell you about in just a minute. Let's first start with the bay leaf. Oh, I was telling y'all about the books. Yeah, this book, y'all, really, really good. Really, really good. There are recipes in here. There is so much information that, the books too. I was getting downloads on what books to get, y'all. This other book, this is the book that this is my go-to because this is the book that I'm studying for my Master Herbal and my my herbal practitioner certificate. This one and another one. They're companions to the pure herbs, so you know exactly how to take them and what to do with them. And again, you guys, that olive leaf, we talked about that, $47. That is shipping included. Does so many things, so many things. So let's talk about the bay leaf. Okay. So the bay leaf, the medical properties of the bay leaf are that it is antibacterial, it is anti-cancer. Y'all, that I didn't know what I had known about it was a little different. But when I read this, it's like, oh shoot. And then I started seeing other places where it had confirmed that as well. But it's anti-cancer, antifungal, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant. It is an antiseptic. It is an appetite stimulant, an astringent. It is a digestive, a diuretic. It is an insecticide, and it is also used for stomach issues. The health benefits. The oil from the bay leaf makes this plant a powerful medicine. It was commonly used by the Native Americans and the African Americans to treat colds, flu, headache and migraines, congestion, bronchitis, arthritis, rheumatism, inflammation, and muscle pain. All those things, bay leaf. And our grandparents was cooking with, giving us the herb, cooking with it. We got to get back to cooking, y'all. Cooking with the bay leaves, but remember you got to take it out because it's real bitter. So take it out of the food if you cook with it. But with the bay leaf, that's the first thing that I put into my strainer is the bay leaf. I put it on the bottom so that the powders that I use all don't just fall through. Yes, I use the dried, and I'm gonna tell you why the dried is recommended. So bay leaf is also used as a digestive aid that relieves nausea and flatulence gas, basically, upset stomach, colic, and stomach ulcers. So you can make a bay leaf tea for the babies, and you can rub that on their back, their chest, and that'll help with that colic. And stomach ulcers. It can promote sweating to help reduce fever, used topically as an insect repellent or to treat insect bites, wounds, rashes, and other skin conditions. So those that are concerned about their skin and skin conditions, check out bay leaf. Remember, these herbs are used for more than just one thing. And I didn't even realize that the bay leaf was for skin conditions, but it is. Bay leaf also has antioxidants that give it anti-cancer properties. Bay leaf is a rich source of vitamin C, A, and folic acid. So, in this it says, the leaves can be used either fresh or dried. When cooking, they are best dried because the bitterness is gone. You know, the herbs that are bitter are good herbs. Those are the ones that we need. We don't get enough bitters in anymore. So yes, the dried is good. And it tells how much to drink, the 1 to 3 cups. And again, I try to do at least 3 cups of tea a day or drinking it throughout the day. Yep, the herbs help with the system. You start, good job, Tamika, good job. So again, at 1 to 3 cups. And listen to this. I didn't even highlight this. I missed this one. Add 1 teaspoon of turmeric per cup of tea to help relieve headaches, migraine, arthritis, rheumatism, and inflammation. So I do with the bay already do that. And it's, y'all, look at that, look at that, look at that. So that is the bay. And again, where's my bay leaves? It's around here somewhere. But yeah, the bay leaf goes in first. So what you want to do is with the herbs, when you're using herbs, you want to be able to have a strainer like this. I use a cast iron pot. And what I usually do is boil the water first. Then I have my teas already, turn the boiling water off, and I set this whole thing in there. And I let it seep. I actually let it seep all day because I'm steady pouring water in it, hot water in it, on top of it throughout the day, so that it's steady pulling those properties out. Yeah. So let's go ahead to cayenne. I told y'all about cayenne. I am going to do both books for that because you get different information if you use various books to get the whole picture that Yeah, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, where are you? Any questions, anybody? Any questions while I pull up this cayenne? It is heat. I have to put it under heat. Oh, that's all camera. Any questions? Any questions? Capsicum. Okay. So, cayenne. Remember how I told y'all need to keep some of that everywhere? Your car and your purse. Keep some, a little thing like this. And this is just one of the jury baggies. The jury baggies. And be careful too. When you're touching and using cayenne, make sure you wash your hands very well because they're really little and get under your nails. You don't want to wipe your eyes or anything like that. Even though there is an eye treatment for glaucoma that uses cayenne, man, if you ain't got to, you don't want to feel that. So, cayenne pepper is an antifungal, a chromative. It increases circulation. It is a stimulant. It improves digestion. So, there are different types of cayenne. Hotter the better. But this one we're using the red pepper. Cayenne peppers can be made into health tonics to ward off and treat illnesses and disease. Ingested regularly, cayenne helps maintain good health and acts as a preventative. Cayenne pepper increases circulation and body temperature, which helps expel toxins and congestion from the body. It also boosts metabolism. It is an excellent digestive. It can help treat everything from heart disease, sudden heart attacks, psoriasis, diabetes, and more. So that is the cayenne. The cayenne that is provided, that I would provide for you if you wanted to do that in a liquid herb, would be capsicum. It is a stimulant. It causes sweating. It is a condiment. It's used for seasoning. It expels gas. It stops unnatural bleeding. So if you are bleeding profusely, that's why I say this does a lot. Keep this cayenne on you. Bleeding profusely, pour some cayenne and it will stop that bleeding. Stop the bleeding. Men, if you are prone to accidents or have sons that are prone to accidents, make sure there is cayenne around because you know them accidents be bleeding a lot. They cause bleeding. Pour some cayenne on it and that bleeding will stop immediately. It is a calmative and it is also a cleaner. So it cleans the system. It is the most effective and harmless stimulant in the herbal kingdom. People complain of not having enough energy. This will give you some energy. Yeah. So that is something. Capsicum or the cayenne, it cleans infected mucus from the stomach, digestive tract, circulatory system, and other organs. So, you know, we're trying to get rid of that as well, that mucus, that nasty, nasty mucus. Even though mucus is here to help us, the accumulation, the high amounts of mucus, though, man, that's choking us out. So, the next one I want to tell you about is the dong quai, or the angelica root, the Chinese angelica root, because there is another angelica, but it does not have the same properties. Does not have the same properties as Chinese angelica. Chinese angelica, or dong quai, it regulates hormones. It is an adaptogen. So it regulates hormones. It is used for menopause. It is a hormone replacement, estrogen hormone balance, and it helps with endometriosis. I wish I would have known. I wish I would have known about this years ago. So, it is a remedy for female distress. It is a vegetable source estrogen. This is a woman's friend, this Don Quai. It is a woman's friend. It is quite spicy. It is in the pepper family, it tastes like. It is very, very spicy, but it's all right with me. That one is all right with me, I tell you. So, what's next on here? Y'all let me know if I need to close the door. This is, it's people are walking, the bus stop is right at the corner, and people walk down this street to get to the village right next to us. The elderberry. Elderberry uses are for longevity. You keep using elderberry. These actually, though, are poisonous, so they cannot be eaten raw. They cannot be eaten fresh at all. You have to boil or pull out the properties of the elderberry with some hot water or alcohol with tonic. You have to pull out the properties. You cannot eat these. They are poisonous. They are poisonous. They are poisonous in its raw state. It is used for longevity, colds, flu, swellings, respiratory problems, energy, anemia, and for sexual energy, guys. Sexual energy. Let's see if I got it in here. I'm just looking to see if I have it in this other book. Elderberry, I sure do. So, in the roots, in the Working with the Roots book, elderberry is a, whoo, oh, let me close this door. Y'all know I don't like bugs. I'm still adjusting. I'm still adjusting. I'm still adjusting. That was the, door gotta close. Alrighty. So, elderberry. Elderberry, antioxidant, antiviral. It's a diuretic. It is an exportant, and it is an immune stimulant. It can be used to treat a variety of ailments, including colds and flu, fever, bronchitis, asthma, nervous conditions, inflammation, rheumatism. It is a lot that is, I'm reading about, that treats rheumatoid arthritis or rheumatism. So I know that was one of the questions in the group. So this tea, it does a lot for the entire body, rheumatism, diabetes, infections, and constipation. It can also be taken regularly to strengthen immunity and as a general health tonic. Elderberries are rich in vitamin C, A, and B. So vitamin C is what it is, has the most of, then vitamin A, and then vitamin B. It has amino acids and other necessary nutrients the body cannot produce. So when I think about it, when I was there in the wintertime, I would toss these in, but I also had my elderberry syrup and my gummies and stuff that I would take. But elderberry is one that is really good to add in this because overall it's just going to help you. So, another one that we have. Did we talk about the ginger, y'all? Did we talk about ginger yet? Tell me one of the ones over there we talked about already. So we talked about the elderberry. We talked about cayenne, Don Quai we talked about. Let me see. Let me go through. We talked about, so because I'm not crossing off Don Quai. Next we were on elderberry. So next, I told y'all about garlic. So next, talk about ginger. We're gonna talk about the good old ginger root. I really like ginger and the way it tastes in tea. I really like the way it tastes in tea. Down here, I was introduced to lemongrass and ginger, fresh ginger tea. They dig it right out the ground, cut it up, cut the lemongrass and steep it. And when I tell you it is good, yes. So I'm about to go into it. but it is really, really good with lemongrass. And I was at one point allergic to lemongrass because I was allergic to all grasses. Lemongrass is one I can cut off the list. So reverse that part of it. So slowly but surely, I said it'll probably take about a year for all of my allergies to be gone. But lemongrass, I can now ingest lemongrass. I can even touch it. My skin feels a little bit tingly when I touch it, but it's not like when I used to touch it and the blisters would it'll be really, really bad. So I'm building up an immunity. My system is clearing out. So ginger, the properties of ginger. It is a stimulant. It settles upset stomach. It promotes elimination by sweating. It relieves you of your water retention. It dispels gas. It is a digest aid. And it is really good for female circulation. That is why it is really good for this tea. Its action is swift. Ginger's action. Russian experience reports great relief with ginger in the conditions of migraine, alcohol and lymphatic problems, as well as heart troubles, heart palpitations, and lack of stamina in children. So I hope that didn't block anything out. So garlic, no, that's garlic. So ginger, I'm using 2 different books, you guys. Ginger, antibacterial, antiemetic. It's used for gas, to stop gas, anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, antispasmodic, antiviral. It is a blood thinner. It is a digestive aid. It cleans the lymph. See how you use 2 different books? Then I could have used several more, but I wouldn't have been able to get on that 5 o'clock, y'all. It would have been next week. It is a mild laxative. It is used for perspiration inducing. So to sweat out stuff. It is a sedative because it is calming. You drink it and it's very calming for you. It is calming and warming. It's warming. It's a general health tonic. So ginger is really good for you. It is rich in vitamins B6 and B5, potassium, magnesium, copper, and magnesium. Oh my gosh. For constipation, diarrhea, toothaches, colic, inflammation. And this is used to thin the blood. So, Babette, you were asking about the blood thinner. This tea does what is needed. It takes care of what is needed for your blood pressure. And what is needed for the blood pressure is the blood needs to be thin in order to get through those constricted vessels, those constricted veins that we talked about at the very beginning. That's not constricted, that's constricted. The constricted veins that we talked about at the very beginning. It thins the tea will thin that blood out for you naturally without, the other harmful stuff that the medication will have. So that is your answer. This tea, the mixture of the herbs, it should do everything for you. And you have the information, you'll have the information to make your own, and then you can see how it works for you. Again, you will go through rough stages because once you stop taking medication, you have to detox from the medication. Your body is used to taking that medication and covering up